But what I'm trying to do here is just to show you how I typically select the share for the Friday closing bell that I normally do at 4:15. I'm running my test, which is a VSA filter, looking for those that hasn't break out yet. That's a nice one here. Apparently IJM. Let's look at IJM. Okay, this is a good one here. You can see IJM definitely. You have an ultra high volume here. That's really a shakeout, a 2-bar shakeout, 2-bar reversal, and market start to move sideways. This is a good time to actually be looking to accumulate. That's as of yesterday 8. Let's look at where is IJM now. Just want to IJM. Is that a corporation or IJM Corporation? Okay, IJM Corporation. COR10. No, they don't have IJM. I just need to get the code right. IJM. Okay, IJM Corporation is 3336. Okay, 3336. Okay, 3336. Okay, we got some audience in. Yeah, that's the one. So it's still moving on the sideways market here for IJM here. Hasn't moved much. Okay, it's almost 11:30. We're going to start now. All right. Just got my recording in here. I'd like to welcome you to our Friday chart clinic for the 9th of November, 2012 in here. What I was really previously doing was actually looking for some stocks that we will be case studying for next week trading. Now remember, next week you have 2 days of a holiday, the Awal Muharram on Thursday, and Tuesday is Deepavali. For all our friends who is celebrating Deepavali, a happy Deepavali to you. And for those of you who is traveling back home, yeah, since it's a long weekend, only 3 working days, and if you take 3 days, you get 9 days off. I'm sure some of you may have been going holiday like I'm doing. I'm going for a holiday too. So those of you holidaying, please take care, drive carefully, drive safely. Now remember, in the street now, a lot of AES has been installed. Do you know what AES is? All this automatic camera, speed light camera will take pictures of you. So when you do take picture, please smile, okay? And you have to pay a fine. Yep. Yep. So that's what's actually happening in here. Okay. So okay. So that's it. Okay. Now we're going to start now for the agenda for today. It's going to be a short one. There were a lot of people inquiring about the introducing broker representative update. I'm just going to give you some queries. Then on the National Kidney Foundation article in Analyse, just want to share with you what they have done and how much have they contributed to. And then there was also a question regarding about what's the difference between aspiring broker, part-time stockbroker, and introducing broker. I will touch on that. As for the stocks to analyze, I only got one. Anju, if you have me some stocks you want me to look at, I have Steve with me here today in the office. Will be reinstating soon our so-called Friday chart clinic on-site session at our office in Jupiter at Kuala Lumpur very soon. You know, the Friday chart clinic that we can do on the webinar is only half an hour long, but normally the Friday chart clinic that we do is usually about 1.5 hours, where the other half hour we actually spend looking into individual students or individual graduates for a particular problem they have, or some of them would just like to open up account, online trading account with Jupiter, things like that. We help them to straighten it out. So those are things happening in Jupiter. Okay. Okay, we got one on Parkson. Yes, definitely one on Parkson. Here, I'll just put it in here. We got a lot more from Petron. Let me just put them in. Okay. We could probably spend a bit more time on that one. Okay. All right, Steve. Okay. These are the things we want to be doing. So meanwhile, before we start, I'm just going to pass you for an update from our US correspondent, Mr. Bill Vermine in here, who's based in Malaysia, but not so much in US, but he knows a lot about US than anybody else. All right, Bill, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Martin. Okay, I'll just report a few things. One, obviously, Obama won the election, and this is one reason why the U.S. stock market has taken a huge hit, especially the banks, because Obama wants to enforce the Dodd-Frank law, which is going to put more pressure on banks to regulate their credit cards, how much interest rates they can charge. So this is actually very bearish for the financial stocks in the U.S., and I think it's about 56% of the S&P is consisted of financial stocks. So that was one issue. Also, the oil stocks took a big hit because Obama is going to revoke the tax deductions for exploration for the oil companies. So that's going to affect the oil shares. Now, that's, in my opinion, this is only going to be temporary. The major issue is the fiscal cliff, which happens at the end of the year. And that means the biggest tax increase in U.S. history, unless the Congress decides to agree. And the way it is in America, you have the Congress makes the laws. It's consisted of two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. And both of those chambers must agree before a law is passed. Now, in this election, the Republicans main control of the House of Representatives. And so that means Obama cannot pass his agenda unless he gets Republican agreement. So if the Republicans refuse to agree with Obama, this means that the biggest tax rise in U.S. history is going to happen on January 1st. It's going to immediately push America into a deep recession, and we'll have a major collapse in the Dow Jones, perhaps 2,000 or 3,000 points. It will affect every market in the world. It's a major disaster. Now, here's the deal. That's why people are scared and they're selling shares. They're buying treasury bonds. Now, it's very interesting because in 2 more years, we have the election for the House of Representatives. Every 2 years, they elect the House of Representatives. If the Republicans refuse to agree, and that pushes the U.S. into recession or perhaps even depression, these fellows will lose their jobs. So my bet is, and I'm not always right, but my bet is, I'm just talking to my brother in Florida last night, and he feels they will come to agreement because the main thing about a politician, his main motivation is to keep his fat salary and his big job. So I would not be worried that this fiscal cliff is going to happen. It's still okay to be in the Malaysian market. And another interesting fact is gold. Now, normally, gold always moves in conjunction with the Dow Jones. It's been a correlation for the last few months. However, this time, gold is moving opposite the Dow Jones. There is a rush into gold because gold is real money. Gold is the only real money, and Obama has said, I'm going to print more money. I'm going to increase the money supply. I will keep Ben Bernanke there to keep pumping money in. It's going to depreciate the currency, and the only real money is gold. So gold has reacted very positively. I see a further test of the 1800 resistance up ahead, and we've seen incredible volume in the last few days, meaning the federal government, Obama, is trying to push the gold price down, but he is failing. The Chinese are buying, the Indians are buying, Death Valley is coming, they're buying gold, everybody's buying gold, Taiwan Central Bank buying, Korea Central Bank buying. They can't stop the paper gold traders in Chicago. They are losing the battle. Gold is winning. Make sure you guys have some gold. Come and join us. Open a Global Wrap account. Buy some gold. Come and see Martin. He can buy some gold for you. Right, Martin? Can you do that? Martin can do that. Get some gold. If you can't afford that, go over to Maybank and buy some Kijungs. Make sure you get some gold. That is important. Protect your wealth. Buy gold. And I would say don't get scared by this correction. My feeling is, my bet is that the Congress will come to agreement in the U.S., and that will be bullish. And ultimately, as Obama prints more money, buys more bonds, depreciates the U.S. dollar, collapses the U.S. dollar, you will see a lot of that printed money going into equities, quality equities. That's what fund managers are doing. And Malaysia, by the way, is one of the destinations of insider smart money. Hedge funds are coming now. Foreign funds are accumulating. Quality Malaysian shares. Malaysia is a safe haven. It's perceived as a safe haven, low budget deficit, a relatively well-managed economy, and this is the place to allocate capital. Okay, Martin? Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. Now, there are some prediction in here I've drawn here. Bill, what are you predicting for gold, Bill? How high would gold go?
Okay, my feeling is we're going to see a test of the 1800. There are massive stops there from the short sellers at the 1800 level. So You see a tremendous amount of short covering, and then you'll see a further run going back up to the 1920 high, perhaps even further, simply because worldwide people are losing confidence in printed money. They're losing confidence, and gold is the only real money. So in that sense, I'd say that it could go even higher than that. And silver will tag along for the ride. Platinum, any of those metals will do very well. Like I say, enjoy the ride. Not much risk on the downside, but a lot of potential upside. So that's it.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Now we can see this is a silver chart that we have. It's now doing 32 US dollar. The previous high is 30, I believe it's 35 US dollar. So there's still a lot of upside from here. It's about $3, now 10% in here. So it's really beginning at the very low base in here. At this stage, you will notice a lot of people won't be getting into a ride. They're still worried, and you may know that Maybank just launched a new guaranteed fund, which is ask you to buy Australia, right? Which is buy 35,000, you might win an iPad. Now, to me, any time when a big investment house tempt people into buying a country fund, that's normally signify the end in here. Yeah, that's usually the top. Okay, I'll probably talk about it more. I do have the Australian chart in here. Let me just bring it up again here. This is the Australian chart, as you can see, right? It's at the top here, right? Which is the almost 2-year high, right? Now this is going to be very interesting to just look at Australia. I won't talk much about the Australian economy in here. I did talk about it on the November stock market comment. You can check it out. But overall, we are not that bullish on the Australian economy. Let me show you where I am on the Australian economy. You can go to the website here. Talk about that's the one. Okay, I've completed the November stock market comment finally after some time. So what we are saying in here, the why foreign funds are still investing in Malaysia. There are many reasons in here. You can read about it. Here I'm asking people, don't migrate yet, don't give up yet on the Malaysian here, just because the election is coming. Some people are so worried that the opposition party will win, and they would actually leave. All right, what do you all think? Okay, who do you think will win the election? All right, I like some feedback in here. Who do you think the election will win? The opposition or the coalition? Okay, what do you all think? All right, those people who's listening at the at the audience here. Okay. Oh, coalition. Okay, Barisan. Okay, anybody else? BN. Yeah. Okay. Now, like it or not, opposition. Oh, that's nice. Okay, we got someone from Penang. Yep, definitely the opposition. I will give you. Now, it's very important.